right, on the show this evening, I probably have to be quoting verbatim so it doesn't sound like my own story. PDP accuses the vice presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress as the founder of Boko Haram. Meanwhile, someone, an APC chieftain, did reply and say PDP created Boko Haram, but APC defeated them, or APC and Shetima defeated them. That's the topic we'll be looking at today. Plus, 39 children kidnapped in Katsina State, the home state of the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And the bandits are requesting for a ransom of 40 million naira for them to be released. Interesting, right? So the show is open. You know how we run it usually. The phone lines are open. Would like to hear your thoughts and reaction on all of the stories. I'm trying my best to get people from both parties to hear from them exactly, but I'll try to link them up in the course of the show. But in the meantime, let's give some flesh to this discussion, shall we? So, in the news, the People's Democratic Party (PDP) has alleged that the vice presidential candidate of the ruling All Progressive Congress, Kashim Shettima, is a grand commander of bandits, the criminal elements unleashing terror across the country. Now, in a statement by a spokesperson of the PDP Presidential Campaign Management Committee, talking about Senator Dino Melaye, he further alleged that Shettima was aiming at establishing an office for the Boko Haram terrorists at the presidential villa if the APC president or presidential candidate wins the election in 2023. That's some huge accusation there. So, overwhelmed by the conviviality of a civil atmosphere, Kashim Shettima, the Grand Commander, this is me quoting Dino Melaye now, please. These are not my words in any way. So the Grand Commander of Bandits and the running mate of the presidential candidates of the All Progressive Congress, APC, who has gathered enough funds from his field soldiers to be so intoxicated to engage in verbal that is only permissible in Sambisa Forest. Now, this statement, you have to go read it up. I'm actually reading this live from Daily Post newspaper, so you can go check it out yourself. It's such a huge accusation that I may not be able to voice out totally. So, yes, that's what it is. So, Shettima and the APC presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Lagos on Tuesday questioned Atiku's capacity to unite the country, with Shettima particularly promising to end the former vice president's political career in 2023. So, in a statement signed by Dele Momodu, who's the Director of Strategic Communications of the National Campaign Management Committee of the People's Democratic Party Campaign Council, said the party urged Shettima to take a closer look at his party before picking holes in whatever might be going wrong rather in the PDP. So you recall that some of the parties had made some sort of statement or so about the other. So the thing is, are we still dealing with issue-based campaign, or we're dealing with campaign of throwing jabs on each other? That's a big question this evening. So considering these huge accusations pumping around, what are we really dealing with in this election? Are we being distracted by all of these jabs being thrown left, right, and center? Or we should actually deal with issues, how the pain and sufferings of Nigerians will be alleviated, will be handled, will be tackled? Should that be what we'll be talking about? I'll try my best to get someone from both parties to share their thoughts on this discussion. But let me kindly, open up the matter even further. Let me take the other story, the other side of the story very quickly. So to create for the purpose of creating a proper balance to this conversation. So in another development, a chieftain of the All Progressive Congress, APC, chieftain Adamu Garba, has accused the past government of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) of creating Boko Haram. So Garba, in a series of tweets, he likes Twitter a lot, apart from his other, social media app he created. In a tweet on his social media app page, Twitter, claimed that APC government has defeated and decimated the insurgents, right? He also credited the APC presidential running mate, Kashim Shettima, for playing a key role in the defeat of Boko Haram. So Garba tweeted, Let's read his tweet now that is quoting him word for word. Says, Boko Haram was created by the PDP government, but has been decimated, defeated, rooted, and eliminated by the APC government. One of the strongest assets in the destruction of Boko Haram is our incoming vice president, Kashim Shettima. But some people can't bear it because Boko Haram is their only manifesto. Once Boko Haram is no longer there, they have nothing to tell Nigerians and nothing to do. Hence, the reason why they can't stand the absence of Boko Haram. This is what Adamu Garba tweeted. Reading further on what Dino Melaye said. Let me go further. Now, quoting him very verbatim, he went on to say that, okay. So he said he has been in a footage where he was exciting a rented crowd with whimsical pot shirts at his Excellency Atiku Abubakar. It was the same hallucination that made Shettima to have defined an illusory presidency where he would create an office for Boko Haram in the villa, with him in charge of the security of our precious Nigeria. Now, the emergence of the guerrillas interpret and indecorous Shettima is another manifestation of the failure of the ruling party. And after weeks of shilly-shally to fill the slot of a running mate, ultimately settled for a rustic jejune, whose concept of a suit is a sartorial equivalent of Barbariga. You see this big grammar, you need a dictionary. So, APC vice presidential candidate of founding Boko Haram. Whilst Adamu Garba, who's a chieftain of APC, also did accuse the PDP of creating Boko Haram. But the APC, through Kashim Shettima, was able to defeat them. What do you make of this conversation? It's quite a huge one. I'm trying my best to see if I can get the spokesperson for the APC, Barrister Festus Keyamo, to hear his thought on this. I tried to reach out to him, but I can't get through. I'm hoping that I do get through and I can reach out to him so I can hear his, take his reaction on the story. But in the meantime, I'd also like to call on someone from the PDP to quickly jump on this conversation. Let's even know. Let's hear that they said this by themselves. And also let you know that phone lines are open. I'd like to hear your thoughts and reaction on this conversation. Is 080-0700-903-903. And that's the conversation we're having today. One of our conversations. We'll take the other conversation in the course of the show. Yes, you do have a voice. This is 90.3 Voice of the People FM. My phone lines are already buzzing. 0700 903 903 903. PDP accuses Kashim Shettima, the vice presidential candidate of the APC, of founding Boko Haram, while the APC in turn accused the PDP of creating Boko Haram during their tenure. Let's get to hear your thoughts and reaction. Hello, good evening.
How are you, my sister?
Hello, good evening, my brother. What's your name and where are you calling from?
You have Ambassador Musba here calling you from Wishi.
Okay, Ambassador Musba, you're welcome.
Yeah. I need everybody to challenge me that PDP did not create Boko Haram.
Okay, so you go with the party that says PDP actually
I believe PDP created Boko Haram. I will explain to you. Let them defend this. Let the PDP come and defend this. When Chibok girl was kidnapped, former President Goodluck was giving out his daughter in marriage. They spent a lot of money. They didn't believe, he never believed that this Chibok girl was kidnapped. It took almost 3 to 4 weeks before he now. He didn't believe. It's a record. So all of them, they are dancing when Chibok girl was kidnapped. And moreover, let them call Dazuke, former chief of security officer, and Olisametu, Dr. C, all of them, many like that, who share money to buy ammunition to fight Boko Haram.
You cannot say that. You cannot share.
No, it's a record. No, move it. Move it now. They took it to court to refund the money. It's a record. It's a record. It's how the paper can tell you, move it now. They will show how many share the money for Boko Haram. They still the cost. They need to refund the money. They still refund the money now. It's there. So, this is not that I say, that's not that.